Gambling. We all love it, whether it be through online loot boxes or through real life casinos.
Now I would gamble myself, but I don't have any money and those fake casino games online just don't really do it for me. So I decided why not make a game that fills that kind of niche. Something that feels like a casino game but with added game elements to it. Kinda like Balatro. And what better game to base it on than my favorite casino game, Mississippi Stud. Now it's kind of like poker where you're trying to make a best 5 card hand, but that's pretty much where similarities end. First off, it's not a player versus player game, it's you versus the house trying to win as much money as possible. And also depending on how strong your hand is, your payout increases. I'll explain more as we go along, but that's the basic concept of it. Now I'm making this in Godot, which is just a game engine for smaller projects, and that's all you really need to know about it. I'm also not going to show everything, just the interesting parts and anything I also want to add along. So, let's get started. To begin with, we need to make the most important piece of the game, the cards. So I went online to go find some playing cards and found some with stacking change, and boom, we got playing cards now. Right now it's just a PNG on the screen, so we need to add some interaction to it. To start, I made a basic Texas Hold'em style setup with 2 hand cards and 5 community cards. When the game loads, it gives us 7 random cards from the deck. I also coded a deck which holds all the possible cards, so when you draw from this deck, you don't really get the same card twice. For now, each card just pulls randomly from that deck and loads its image, and yeah, there it is. Next up, interaction. You press this button and it draws a card, simple enough. Now we have to do hand evaluation. It's easy for a person to recognize a poker hand, but putting that into code is a different story. And so to simplify it, we take 5 cards and track their value in suits and count how many of the values match. 2 of the same value is a pair, 3 is a trips, and 4 are quads. And using that logic, we can detect 2 pairs and full houses. For straights, we sort the values, and then if it has 5 consecutive sequences, then we have a straight. Flushes are easy since all we have to do is see if they all have the same suit. And just like before, we can use that same logic to check for straight flushes. And also add another section to check for royal flushes, which are just all the face cards of the same suit. And let's see if it works or not, and yeah, there it is. Nice. Now before we get into betting, I want to make the game look better. So first I found a nice card back and matched its dimensions in Photoshop. I also grabbed this table background as well. Then I add some simple animations, card spawn at the deck, and move to the position so it's actually looks like they're being dealt. And finally I add sound effects. Found some royalty free ones from a guy on Reddit, so shout out to him. And now it's starting to look like a real game. Now I can explain the betting system. You start by placing an ante, which is your starting amount, and then you're dealt 2 cards. From there you have 4 choices, which is to bet your starting amount, double it, triple it, or you can fold. If you continue, a community card is revealed, and then the process repeats until there are 3 community cards on the field, or you fold. At the end, you get paid based on your final hand, and also I'll show you guys the payout tables right here. Alright, so let's implement the 4 choices. I also added a start button and gave the player $1,000, and also included UI stuff to show off the rounds and current bets. For now, the ante is $10, it's just a placeholder until I expand things later on. And with that, we have an official playable version of Mississippi Stud. Now, in my honest opinion, it still needs some fixing and work, but this is just a prototype. This is mostly a foundation and concept for what I want this to actually become. I got a lot of things planned for this game, some roguelike elements, but I'm not going to spoil too much yet. This video is mostly to document my progress, and hopefully this turns into a multi-part series leading up to the game's release. I don't really have a name for the game yet, so if you have any ideas, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll pick one I like the most. Thank you all for watching, and peace out.